Kronk and Cusco. We have two little cars that we have trained them to drive around in. They'd kind of be driving almost like bumper cars into each other. We tried to do laps around the room where we hold the treat in front of their windshield and have them chase us.
Where you going, Cusco?
If you give them a little piece of chocolate before, they'll often be more engaged in the driving lesson. But other days, they will be committed little drivers that will just stay in there until we have to force them out. The fact that they constantly will go into the car on their own volition indicates that they are having fun.
Let's go, Cusco. I think he's stuck.
When we first started thinking about adopting rats, neither of us had even met one. We wanted to, adopt, not shop. And we found that there were actually 2 rats looking for homes at this shelter. So we showed up and there was this amazing employee there named Sarah who introduced us to Cusco and Kronk. She brought them out of the cage. It was pretty much like, here, hold these rats. And we were like, oh my gosh, rats. They were curious and just scurrying like up our arms and our shoulders and just wanting to look around. We really had no idea how to handle them at first, but we're just very struck by their curiosity and energy.
That was a good boy. You're so good.
Our first interactions with Kronk and Cusco were actually very positive. They really displayed personalities which surprised me in small creatures like rats.
But we're still kind of like, okay, this is our first time meeting rats. Maybe we'll go home and think about it. But we left the shelter and only drove a block away before we paused. And we're like, no, we have to go back and get these guys. They're meant to be with us.
Been transferred from the box to their traveling carrier. Well, he's climbing. Kronk, you better hold on. We're gonna start driving, okay?
Sarah told us that they came from a pretty bad situation, that they were bonded together. So whatever situation they were in it together, and they had to be adopted as a pair. So when we brought them home, we quickly set up their huge double Critter Nation cage so they had a place that could be just theirs and safe. But rats, they do want to be part of the family and explore a larger space. So from the first day we brought them home with us, we would give them a couple hours a day of time outside their cage to bond with us, to explore. And that started with just them coming on our couch futon with us.
Oh no, the music goes away when I record.
The first night we brought them home, they actually cuddled right up against Sean and fell asleep. And since they've had more time to recuperate and become part of our family,
There we go.
but then they'll want to run around and explore and see things. They'll kind of do laps of the room, explore any new objects we've brought in before coming back to us and giving us a little kiss. And so we're always trying to think of new things we can place in their free roam space to allow them to explore their environment.
Good.
What did you guys think of the maze? Was it amazing?
And of course, my dad adapted the plans of a tiny rat-operated vehicle. He presented us with his interpretation of those cars specifically customized for Cusco and Kronk. It's based on just 3 pedals that they push with their paws, and the middle one accelerates the vehicle forward. The left one turns it to the left, and the right one turns it to the right.
You have two! Cusco and Kronk!
They can race!
I was very skeptical at first as to whether they would be able to learn this. But it really didn't take that long, a few weeks, until they mastered the basics.
So the rats kind of got the sense that, like, oh, when this pedal is pressed, the car moves forward and I get the treat.
Good boy!
And they went to learning how to turn and learning how to turn the car all the way around.
Nice job, Cusco.
So cute.
We've been working really hard on getting them to figure out how to go around an obstacle in their way.
We tried to do laps around the room where we hold the treat in front of their windshield and have them chase us. Now they are capable of maneuvering the toggles to go wherever they want, and they are getting quite good at it.
Our rats are constantly being moved around the room in our hands. They're used to being scooped up and moved by a power greater than them. So really being in a moving vehicle, I think actually didn't surprise them too much.
I've been very surprised and impressed with how they've learned it.
Good job.
I was absolutely thrilled. I was probably more happy than if my dad had bought me a real car. And of course, my dad, he really went above and beyond with customizing the car to, look cool. It's got flames on it. It's got stickers that reference both their names.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yay.
Kronk will get a little distracted and be like, okay, I'm gonna go, But Cusco is a pretty devoted little driver. So we have to tempt him out with treats. We're like, Cusco, come out of the car. Driving time is over. Seeing that autonomy, it's interesting because then you get to actually see the spectrum of how interested they are in driving.
Good boy.
And they have their very own distinct personalities and likes and dislikes.
Oh, look at that long, beautiful tail. I know people are afraid of their tails.
Kronk is our emotional rat. Everything he feels at like a level 10. When he's excited and happy, he is racing up your pajama pant leg, running down your arm, hoping to get some food or some cuddles. He's jumping off the cat tree onto your shoulder. He's bruxing and boggling. I know. He's very effusive and very emotional.
What a talented rat.
And then Cusco is kind of a balance to Kronk. He kind of lets Kronk take the lead, but he doesn't get as emotional as Kronk. He takes kind of a more logical approach to things and is pretty calm. When we're working with Cusco, you can really see the light in his eyes.
Ready, Cusco? Oh, he's ready to bull. Bull. Good job. Good job, Cusco.
He figures out, oh, this is what they want me to do to earn the trait. He's always looking for that feedback, and it's amazing to feel that communication with him. So they're both very affectionate, Kronk a little more so because of his effusiveness. But yeah, just their individual personalities really sets them apart in everything they do with us and with each other. I would say that Kronk, with his emotionality and distractibility, very much takes after me. And Cusco, with his logic and his intelligence, very much takes after Sean. Despite their differences, they love each other so much. They sleep and cuddle up together every single night.
They are clearly brothers in the sense that they are bonded together.
Kronk and Cusco will often wrestle like puppies. Whoever is the winner and pins the loser, they get to groom them. Their grooming is a hugely social activity for rats, and this is actually something we've noticed really flies in the face of rat stereotypes, is that they're extremely clean animals, and they clean themselves more often than cats do in a day, including often using like their water dish to wet their hands and, get the hair behind their ears. They're often grooming each other as a way to bond, and they'll even groom us.
There's those who are trapped in that stigma of, hey, rats, they're dirty creatures.
But they're so smart and enthusiastically engaged with life and the world around them. We just want to entertain our rats and give them something to learn.
Wow.
We want them to enjoy their life with us as much as they are making our lives better. And seeing them return to the car and keep driving is something that has felt so special.
So our lives, in large part, revolve around them.